Yamcha's story in Dragon Ball is one of the most unexpected journeys in the entire series, from a fearless desert fighter to one of the most joked about characters in anime. Hey, how's it going? My name is Raph and welcome to Dragon Ball Code, the place where all we do is talk about Dragon Ball. And today we are going to talk about the rise and fall of Yamcha. At the very beginning, Yamcha first appeared in the original Dragon Ball as a desert bandit who fought Goku. Back then, he was one of the strongest human fighters in the world. He was fast, confident, and had a powerful technique called the Wolf Fang Fist. At first, he feared women, but over time, he grew out of it and eventually became one of Goku's closest allies. Not only that, he even dated Bulma for a while, showing a softer side to his rough personality. However, things started to change during the Saiyan saga. When Vegeta and Nappa invaded, Yamcha fought bravely, but unfortunately, he was killed instantly by a Cyberman. That single moment became one of the most iconic and most replayed deaths in anime history. From that point on, it marked the beginning of his fall. After that, while Goku, Vegeta, and others continued to train and reach incredible new levels, Yamcha's journey as a fighter quietly came to an end. By the time of the Namek saga and the arcs that followed, the power gap between Yamcha and the rest of the team had grown enormous. With the arrival of Super Saiyans, androids, and even gods, normal humans like Yamcha seemed almost powerless in comparison. Even then, Yamcha didn't completely give up. He still trained, but his focus gradually shifted. Instead of chasing power, he decided to support his friends from the sidelines. In Dragon Ball Super, we see him living a more relaxed life, playing baseball, cheering on his friends, and occasionally stepping in when needed. He even gets a small but fun moment during the baseball episode, which honestly is one of my favorites in Dragon Ball Super. So even though Yamcha eventually became a running joke in the fandom, his legacy is still important. After all, he represents the human side of Dragon Ball: courage, loyalty, and the will to fight even when completely outmatched. Without characters like him, the early stories wouldn't have had the same heart or humor that made Dragon Ball so special. What is super interesting is that in the Dragon Ball Super manga and side stories like the reincarnation of Yamcha, he even gets a bit of a redemption arc, showing what could have happened if he had kept training seriously. In the end, even though his power can't compare to the Saiyans or the gods, Yamcha's story reminds us of what Dragon Ball has always been about: friendship, growth, and never giving up no matter how many times you get knocked down. And there you have it. Do you think Yamcha deserves more respect than he gets? Let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed this and like Dragon Ball content, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can get notifications whenever I post a new video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later.